$252,780. $252,780. That's how much money I've been able to make just last month in pure profits. That's the amount of money that I get to keep at the end of the month. In the next few minutes, I'm going to hand you a few of these little machines that will help you make $250,000 or more every single month on complete autopilot. And if you think this sounds too good to be true, you're in for a massive surprise, as I'll show you live how some of my current users are generating $250,000 or more every single month.
I am completely amazed. In my first week, I was already bringing in $85,000 in profit, and it's the 28th day now, and me using your little machines, I've already hit the $250,000 mark. Thank you so much, Spencer. Your system is truly revolutionary.
I've always wondered how some people kept getting richer and richer at the stock market and how they cannot lose money while average investors are losing their pants in the market. Now I know why. Ever since I've started using your autopilot software, I've been bringing home $250,000 to $300,000 every single month without even quote-unquote working for more than 15 minutes per day.
Listen, you've been privately invited to this page to receive this very important software that would turn your life for the better, forever. I'm talking about being able to spend $250,000 per month on anything, and you'll still have a few thousands in change at the end of the month. As for me, last month, I traveled and lived on a beautiful 6-star resort in Phuket, Thailand with my wife and 3 kids. Right by the beach, beautiful sun, great food, and friendly people. At the same time, my wife and I also bought this cute little house by the coast in Miami, just because she absolutely loves the weather down there. And the month before, I got myself a brand new BMW 7 Series, just because I've already got the 3 Series and the 5 Series, and I thought I would want another 7 just to complete the collection. Now just imagine if you have the same power. The ability to spend $250,000 knowing that you'll have another $250,000 coming into your bank account just like this, every single month, again and again, non-stop. What would you do? Let that sink in for a minute. I'm about to reveal how I'm able to suck in $250,000 in net profits every single month, without working my ass off, without any technical knowledge, and most importantly, without getting myself involved in any of those damn one-click software gurus, some MLM multi-tier programs, or even any sort of trading. Hi, my name is Spencer Goods, and what I'm about to tell you is what happens when you combine the power of a good old hardworking American and a smart Chinese trader who's bringing home billions of dollars. You see, my background is in language translation, and I used to work in a dead-end job, from 8 a.m. in the morning until 8 p.m. at night, for a foreign language translation company. My day-to-day work will be to translate English to Mandarin and Mandarin to Chinese. It is definitely not a fun job, and to make things worse, it doesn't even pay well. Me and my wife were just barely surviving with the salary that I was on. Then, I was offered a job as a part-time professor in Shanghai University's English school to teach the English language to the Chinese university's students. And because the pay was decent, I didn't hesitate at all. Me and my wife made the trip and lived in China for 4 months. Those 4 months would be a huge turning point in my life as I discovered the true meaning of wealth. You see, when I was teaching in the university, I was introduced to this Mr. Li at the school's annual ball. Mr. Li is a big alumni of Shanghai University who donated almost $15 million last year to the school, and his daughter was in my English literature class. Apparently, this Mr. Li is an underground Chinese billionaire, and unlike most billionaires, he doesn't have a business. He wasn't in the business of commodities, real estate, or stocks. He didn't inherit any big wealth from his family. In fact, he actually grew up in some old villages in Hunan, China. So, when he was introduced to me, I interrogated him. I needed to find out how he was able to bring home billions without a business and without any investments or inheritance. I didn't know it was rude in Chinese culture to talk business before pleasure, but he was happy to comply. Mr. Li simply whispered into my right ear these very words. Most people are trading blindly, and that's why they've lost money. The smart ones trade with 99.9% accuracy, knowing that they will win 99.9% of the trades. I was confused. Now, I wasn't a trader, nor had I invested in anything at that point in my life. Mr. Lee simply gave me a link to type into my phone, and a form appeared. He instructed me to sign up, and then hit the sign up button. I followed his instructions exactly, not knowing what will happen next. Immediately, I see something happening on my phone. I wasn't sure what was happening, but the account balance on my phone screen kept showing numbers going upwards. It started with just $50, and then $84, $119, $186, $210, $255, $326, and then it beeps and the number stopped, quote unquote, growing. I took my eyes off my phone and looked at Mr. Lee. He smiled back, shook my hand, and said, "Congratulations. I see you've made $326 in like 60 seconds. I simply couldn't believe my eyes, but I was still skeptical because I wasn't sure if the $326 is real money in my balance. So I hit the withdraw button on the screen of my phone. In just a little while, I received a notification from my bank about a deposit of $326 in my bank account. As I looked upwards, Mr. Lee smiled and said, "Now you know how I made my billions." I was still in shock. He told me I can keep the system, and it's even more effective if I use it on a computer. So, when I was back home with my wife, I logged into the software link that Mr. Lee has given me and hit the activate button. And then it happened again. $50, $74, $83, $108, $255, $287, $302, $344, $389, $402. Trade complete. $402 in 60 seconds. My wife's jaw dropped. She couldn't believe this was real. So we did it again. We hit the activate button again, and here's what happened next. $50, $68, $102, $177, $202, $233, $251, $350, trade complete. Another $350 in 60 seconds. That night, me and my wife had done over $3,250, real American dollars, in profits into our bank account. I remember receiving a call from my banker verifying those deposits because she has never seen so much money in my bank account before. $3,250 in less than half a day just by clicking the activate button is absolutely unbelievable. 1 week later, we were bringing in over $15,000 in a day. $15,000 in a day. I cannot imagine too many people can say that. There's no cost. There's no overhead, and there's no learning curve. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I've been able to do it. How I'm able to tap into this software to bring home $15,000 days and $250,000 months, all by just activating this simple software that I called Auto Money Machines. In fact, I'm actually going to give you an access to the software for free. That's right, free. Why? Because I've already got what I've wanted with the money that I've got. Happy family, travels, big houses, big cars, lots of cash in the bank account. My next goal is to help change lives. Just like how Mr. Lee has changed my life for the better. He has made me a multi-millionaire, and now it's my turn to pass on the goodwill to you, just like I've done for many of the students that we've helped.
Oh my gosh, did I just make $205? Oh, holy cow, that was so simple and so easy and quick. Spencer, man, you really weren't kidding about this. Wow.
Wow, Spencer. $262 on my first try. Really good, man. I don't think I've ever made $262 so quickly in my life. Amazing.
As you can see, these are just two of the many students whom I've personally helped to achieve financial freedoms. I'm talking about having the ability to just create income out of nothing, all via this software. Now, I want to give you one special account just for you and your family. I can only give out 90 of these accounts every single month, as Mr. Lee has strictly instructed me to keep this on the hush-hush. While this is completely legal and ethical, Mr. Lee and I have agreed not to draw too much attention to this software, as it might invite hackers and some dirty players to ruin our income stream. So at 3 accounts per day, we can not only limit our liabilities on this, but we can also help you personally reach your financial goals. When you're inside, I'll actually share with you my Skype and my personal email address so you can contact me for personal help. If this sounds good to you, Go ahead and register on this page to get yourself onto the software registration page. On the next page, you'll be asked to register for your software account, so make sure you do that. Like I've said, we can only give away a full total of 90 spots per month, so if you're hesitating any longer, you might miss out on your spot. I've also recorded a special instructional video on the next page after you've signed up. This video will tell you step by step exactly what you need to do to get started. Register now, and I'll see you on the other side.